Fellas, today I'm going to expose to you how my partner Nick is literally making 15K, 20K weeks selling policies to your grandpa. And all he does is he picks up the phone for about 20 minutes, okay, runs through a word for word script and closes one out of every 5 people that he actually speaks to. And then he makes $1,000-ish, give or take, for every policy that he sells. On top of that, he makes a residual every year, which is about 3 to 5% of that. And he's able to train people under him to do similar things and then get a percentage of a manager's fee of the policies that those people sell. And once he has built all of these contracts, and I'm doing this too, he can actually sell his book of business just like an artist like Justin Bieber sold his catalog, his book of songs for 200 milli. Now we're not going to go for 200 milli maybe, but he's able to sell that down the line for a multiple 1 to 3x, whatever multiple on the contract value because there's residuals in there. Now, if you want to know how you can do this, then let's go have a chat to this guy right now. Okay, Nick, so you got to stop, hoarding this method for yourself, making these 15K weeks, chilling all around the world here in Medellin, meeting all these big booty Latinas. You got to stop hoarding this and you got to give it to my people over here, right? So you're selling these policies, right, of essential life insurance to these people's granddads, and they don't even know about it, right? And you're making bank of this whilst actually helping these granddads protect their family if they pass away. So why don't you run us through, first of all, how did you actually get into this, and why is this the best opportunity for anybody that wants to create an online income without the downsides that these other business models usually have in 2025?
For sure. So first I'll explain how I got into it, then I'll get into why this is bar none the best opportunity in the marketplace. I've been in sales for about 3 years, right? Always wanted to make money, always wanted to hustle, got into door to door, worked my way up the ladder, eventually ran a team of about 10 people. At that point I was making about 15, 20K a month, doing well, but I saw that there wasn't longevity in it because it wasn't scalable, number one. And number two, I was knocking doors in 100-degree weather every single day. It sucked, right? So I took that money, tried to start some online solar businesses, started 4, they all failed. I was left completely broke a little over 1 year ago. Luckily enough, I had already had my insurance license, and there was somebody who had been nonstop recruiting me for 6 months on end, trying to get me to join. And I always thought in my head, insurance sounds boring. I wasn't super open to the opportunity. But you know what? I had fallen out of the solar business. I was like, hey, it's time for something new. Immediately got into insurance, sold the first person I got on the phone with, and I realized, guys, this is an absolutely insane opportunity. So let's get into why exactly this opportunity is so insane. First of all, I'm going to give you the symptom, and then I'm going to give you the cause. The symptom is that financial services, specifically insurance, creates the most millionaires out of any industry in the world, guys. Look it up on Google right now. And the reason for this...
He'll pop it in the screen.
He'll pop it in the screen right now. The reason for this, number one, high commissions. A lot of industries have high commissions. It's nothing special. But what is special is that you're able to build big residual income, big passive income, and actually build a book of business where instead of a normal sales opportunity where you sell deals, you get paid on it, and that customer is no longer important. With this sort of business model, every single time you make a sale, not only do you get paid today, but that client continues to pay year after year, so you make a small residual. Eventually, over time, as you build up your residuals, you start to become a manager, teach other people how to do the same stuff. You build a big book of business that you could actually sell to investors. Because this thing isn't just some other random sale that has no value, it's something that's gonna continue to produce income. So guys, the fact that you make high commissions, residual income, passive income, and sell the book of business are 4 of the biggest reasons why it creates the most millionaires out of any opportunity. But aside from that, there are some very other important things and some new things that make this the best opportunity out there. Number one, obviously it's extremely easy to sell. Everybody needs it, everybody wants it. If you can talk on the phone, you can sell insurance. I'm not a special salesperson.
We have seen some absolutely fucking goofballs, some straight up stupid people making 50K months, okay?
Goofballs, bro. Total goofballs. And this is what I realized when I came into the industry. I saw people in solar, to make 50, 100K a month, you had to be a wizard, a total wizard. With other business models, you just got to be some sort of crazy special talent, right? With insurance, guys, Boyd's understating it. You want to talk about goofballs, dorks, losers, geeks, nerds.
Yeah, look, guys, Nick's obviously not the best looking guy, right? And he's able to make this work. So
comment down below who's better looking. Comment down below, but look.
You guys better have my back on this.
Anyway, guys, it is so easy to sell. You rarely have to overcome objections. Instead of going through some crazy high ticket sales process, identity reframes, completely changing somebody's mindset, getting a 10K deposit, right? With insurance, you literally get on the phone with them, walk them through a word-for-word script that you already have, and then maybe deal with one objection and then actually give somebody a product that they want. It's more or less like being a waiter, Yeah. Aside from that, a couple other things I want to add here. There's an unlimited client base. There's 170 million people over 40 in the United States. Absolutely no shortage of clients, evergreen industry, recession-proof, AI-proof, and it's fully remote. We're talking to you right now from Medellin, Colombia. So that is the quick answer there.
And an absolute big thing here as well, Nick, is like we see a lot of people that are trying different business models. We got friends, associates, contacts in every single business model you could possibly think of, right? And there's a reason, guys, that after making millions in the info space, agency space, and even e-com, I've made a couple $100,000 in e-com as well, that I solely focus on this space and building a big insurance team and running this up right now. And the reason for that is because also for you as a beginner, to bring it back to you, you're looking for a business model where, number one, you essentially only want to really be focusing on one major skill. Instead of when I build an agency, I had to learn marketing, sales, operations, account, right? Like all these different things. Fulfillment, right? All these different things. And so here, you essentially only have to focus on one skill, right? The second thing is most of these business models, Amazon FBA, YouTube automation, all this stuff, and I've done these and I've taught these and this and that, but the problem with them is most of them cost a lot of money on a continuous basis to make money, right? And so it could take months before you actually turn over a profit. And a lot of these guys, they're saying like, oh, I'm making 100K a month, but they're actually making like 1 or 2K a month, right? Now, obviously there's people doing really well with it as well, but it's not the best place to start as a beginner because it's gonna give you so much risk, right? When you're starting out and you don't have a track record of success yet, okay? The first thing is that sales and human communication and persuasion, all of that stuff, is the single most important skill that you want to learn in life, okay? And it's going to benefit not only your bank account, but also some other things.
It's exactly
that Nick knows all about.
There's no other skill better to learn to have a return on your life than sales. Communication, relationships.
Give these guys the real reason that you're here in Colombia, Nick.
I'll leave that to you, brother.
Give them the real reason.
Don't ask me. I'm here to make money.
His persuasion skills, okay?
Yeah.
They come in very handy here. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to expose that to you, and we'll probably throw up some bank statements, some numbers. If you want to have though the full rundown, of this with some slides explaining you all the stats and showing you more screenshots and proof and all that stuff, everything we've said here will prove. If you check the link in the description of this video, there's going to be a presentation. It's completely free of charge, no obligations whatsoever. You can check it out, and then if you feel like, hey, this is something I want to do, and you want to get literally our one-on-one help, so I mean that's going to be 2-on-1 if that doesn't sound too funky for you. Then for 90 days with a guarantee that you're going to get to 10K a month, then you can actually apply there and you can actually see how that works if you want our personal help to get there. Guaranteed. If you don't, we'll help you for free until you do. Okay, so with that being said though, what do you see, Nick, is like still an obstacle for people when they hear about this and they're like, okay, well, this sounds like something I could potentially do, but something is holding them back. Maybe it's a mindset issue. What have you seen people like come up with as excuses or patterns that limit them from actually taking action and doing this? Because we have the strategy, but also you need to internally really put yourself in a position where you're going to take action and you're going to essentially be the person you need to be.
So I think that's the biggest thing. It all comes down to your mindset, whether it's actually getting into the opportunity or once you get into it, actually succeeding. Guys, I can tell you with full on confidence, like Boyd said, we know people in literally every single business model that you could think of. If you actually can just commit to an opportunity, this opportunity that's ridiculously overpowered, there's no reason you're not going to succeed. Absolutely zero reason. If you can be somewhat coachable, if you can speak on the phone and you can have the right mindset, like I'm going to make this happen, there's nothing holding you back. So just take the leap of faith, jump. I cannot imagine the position I would be in if 2.5 years ago, the first time I heard of insurance, I got into it, right? I would be worth many millions more dollars. So if you're watching this, you're extremely lucky and you should take this video extremely serious. I know we're sitting here, we're joking around, but at the end of the day, you've fallen into the #1 opportunity in the whole entire marketplace. So you should really take this seriously, understand what's at stake, make the leap of faith, watch the video. If you're somebody serious, move forward, and I guarantee you will not regret it.
You're about to enter a Wolf of Wall Street-like opportunity without the illegal shit, without the unethical shit, and without, except for him, the escort shit. He's leaving the video. He's done with this shit. He's never gonna do a video with me again.
No more videos.
But
this is the last one.
But guys, that's really what this is, okay? For not for no other reason have I gotten into this. And the reason we're so passionate about this, the reason we're screaming this right hard to you in this video is just because of what it's doing for us and what we wanted to do for you. My mission in life essentially is to just raise the standard for the guys that are, watching my stuff, watching these videos. Same for Nick. We just want to bring this opportunity to the place. Because look, honestly, if you've been in a position where, you're not financially free yet, but you just have been trying a few different things, or you haven't tried anything at all, but you just haven't learned the right opportunity in order to make something real happen, or nothing has really made sense to you yet, then this might, okay? And you can't judge yourself, one more point, you can't judge yourself that you're not there yet if you simply weren't aware of the right opportunity. But now that you are, if this resonates, right? Like, look, if you're the type of person who's like, yeah, I'm super introverted and I don't like talking to people at all, and I just want to like crunch numbers behind my computer, then this is not for you, right? This is not for everybody. But if you are someone who's like, listen, God damn it, I want to improve my communication skills, I want to be a confident motherfucker, and I want to make a lot of money, and I don't mind doing a little work for it, because it's not easy, it's a very simple, doable path. But obviously, it's not going to be one of these things where you sit back for 2 hours, relax, and look for this passive income. Even though over time you can start building that up through the residuals, you have to go through a period of work. So I want to make that very clear as well and set proper expectations. But with that being said, if that resonates, then now you know a potential opportunity that can get you to the point where you've always wanted to be, that can get you to a point where you can literally start retiring your parents, buy a Rolex, fly over your business class, go to Colombia and have great company around you. All of it, okay? So what did you want to say, Nick?
Yeah, I was going to just go off a little bit about what Boy was saying about the vehicle and the opportunity. And guys, this is something that I speak from experience, because I went through, guys, so much pain because I didn't position myself correctly. At the end of the day, if there's two people racing cars, one of them's in a Ferrari and then the other's in a Nissan, it does not matter how much better the driver in the Nissan is, the Ferrari is going to win 100 times out of 100. I was the guy in Nissan for years, right? Finally, I put myself in the Ferrari. Magically, stuff started to change. So look, at the end of the day, if you're not in the right opportunity, a lot of times it's not your fault that you didn't position yourself in the right opportunity, but it is your responsibility, guys, to fix it. And luckily enough, like I said, this video popped across your screen. I congratulate you. Take this very seriously, because the opportunity will change your life.
This video popped across your feed with these two absolute studs, and giving you this opportunity and giving you the sauce. So guys, if you want to know more about it, then click the link in the description, right? Again, if you're just someone who doesn't actually enjoy speaking to people, or if you're just not someone who's willing to put in some good amount of hours to actually get a real big payout, then this is not for you. Don't waste your own time, and certainly don't waste Nick's time. He's very precious with that.
Don't waste our time.
With that being said, guys, hope this helped, right? Check the link in the description, drop a like so we know that it did. And with that being said, we'll see you next time. Any final words from you?
That's it. See you guys on the inside.
Okay, we'll see you in Colombia.